My apologies for that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. Adrian Nelson here. I hope that you're doing great. Welcome to my channel. If it's your first time, you're welcome. And if you're coming back, then welcome back. It's such a pleasure to have you. So Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Ascending, or maybe just your Venus placement, cross-watcher, welcome. This is a general reading for the sign of Libra. This is very close to me. I'm just going to move this out a little. So there we go. So we got more space for the cards. I did a Facebook Live just before this, and you know, that's normally a little bit closer. I'm like, it's right in my face. So this is a general reading for Libra, twin flame love. And for those of you that don't know, obviously there's a lot of, like, you can look all over the internet, it's everywhere. But twin flame love is that beautiful connection that we find with someone else, that we celebrate that beautiful love together. So this is a reading for that, all right? Obviously, please take it as it resonates. And before we do your tarot, let's get you an oracle card, and it says exposed and revealed. So you getting some knowledge here, Libra, some information here. I feel that you're dealing, now this is obviously a general message, but I feel for some of you, you're dealing with someone that it's almost like they may have made you feel less than, doubting yourself. I feel that for some of you, Libra, it's like you're dealing with an energy there, or just that influence there, where somebody might have made you think almost like you are mad, like you are crazy, you know, like you are sort of like tripping all over the place, maybe, you know. It's a form of mind control, really, where, and I feel for some of you, you know, this might be someone that is not actually physically in your life any longer, but they still have this sort of impact on you. So something sort of happened. But I feel that there's a part to the story, and I feel that for many of you, you may have sort of felt this all along, that there was that sort of idea that there's more to the story than, you know, than you might have been aware of. And now it's almost... Okay, I'm going to put it to you like this. So there is a space that almost feels like somebody might have started to make you like doubt yourself, start tripping within yourself, you know. And this could have gone on for a while. There's something here that would have happened either to you, or maybe they did something really horrible and nasty to you, or something else happened, but it's always kind of pointed like it was your fault. And I feel that initially you would have understood that this is not your fault, but then, you know, there was this, it's almost like you started to buy into the idea somehow, but there was always sort of like a nagginess on the side that, you know, maybe there was more to the story, and I feel that it's coming about. Some of you could be dealing with someone that could have been sort of like, you know, kind of two-timing you with someone else. And you know, they would be like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Like, you know, you're tripping on me or something like that. But it now actually turns out that that was actually the case. And I feel that for some of you, you were actually getting that clarity, like, oh, you were actually right all the time. So this is the actual truth of what has happened. Yeah. And even though it might not be the nicest thing, I feel that for some of you, for many people, this might be not the nicest thing, but I feel for some of you, it's almost like a sense of like a weight off your shoulders. Like, I was right about that, you know, that sort of thing. Because, you know, maybe some of you have sort of doubted yourself, you know, based on this, but there's a space of coming out of that. It's beautiful. I like that very much. Very, very much. Okay. Let's see what we got. Also into your reading. I'm so pulled to your reading. I haven't even said thank you to all of you that always support my channel. I really, really appreciate that. Thanks to you that are subscribed to the channel. If you're not subscribed, I hope that you will consider subscribing and hit that notification bell. There's some of you that are making beautiful donations to me. I'd really like to thank you for that. Thank you for your support. It really means a lot to me. Yeah, let's get on with our reading. Let's see. If any of you are interested in learning to read the tarot for yourself, this is a very interesting reading. If any of you are interested in learning to read the tarot for yourself, there's a link in the description for my detailed online tarot reading course. This is a powerful message. One more, and at the bottom of the deck we've got the King of Swords. Libra, you are coming into your own, you are coming into your moment, you are done with all of that which was holding you down. Let's write that down. Let's write it down. I believe in writing things down. I'm very old school, but to me, it's like if it's written down, it's truth. Like for those of you, some of you might have read that beautiful book by Paulo Coelho called The Alchemist, and it's got a word in there, maktub, which is a Arabic word, M maktub, M-A-K-K-T-U-B. M-A-K-K, maktub, and it's written down. It is, so. You're very done with that. You're coming into your own. You're coming into your moment. You're coming into your shine. You're coming into the King of Swords is about coming into the fullness of your thought, of your logic, of your mind, your divine male. This is being in control of your thoughts. This is being in a space where you are in full balanced alignment with yourself. All right. So I feel that it was necessary for some of you, for whatever it is that might have come to light here, it was necessary for this to come to light because it was that sort of, it's very easy, obviously, sometimes you say you must just move past that, don't let it hold you back, don't let what they did hold you back, or what they haven't done, or, those false accusations and whatever, don't let those things hold you back. It's interesting, the crystals that I'm wearing actually, because this is blue, I just know what they are because they were both gifts. This is blue kyanite, which is about opening beautiful things for yourself. It's also recommended that you sleep with blue kyanite because it sort of elevates your energy into beautiful planes. So you make connection with beautiful sort of energetic flows and you get to remember it with blue kyanite. And then this one over here is lapis lazuli, which the Egyptians like to wear. And it's all about power, about the inner power, not egotistical power, like unlocking inner power within you. All right. Speaking of unlocking inner power, I've also it runs across October and November. I've actually got I've got a psychic development class. I'm going to do it on a free Facebook group because with Zoom it just gets a little iffy sometimes for some people. So I'm going to do it in a free Facebook group, and it's got actually quite a beautiful rate. You can actually contact me for that if you want to. So let's get back to our reading. So in your recent past, and this is why I said this is such an interesting reading, in your recent past you've got the Chariot, you've got the Death card, and you've got the Four of Swords. In your current space, you've got the Queen of Cups, you've got the High Priestess, and you've got the Six of Wands. All right, so this is a little bit of an interesting space, but it's also moving into the moreness of you. And then potential outcome, these are the two cards that fell to the floor. You've got the Two of Swords, you've got the Eight of Cups, and you've got the Six of Swords. So somebody is stepping away here. There's an emotional cut that takes place here, like a sever of the cord, like a cord cutting basically, the cutting that emotional cord. Because, sorry, I just had lunch and I had like this huge glass of orange juice. Let's see. So, there's a sense of balance that you found here in the recent past within your own, or within you, So either maybe, this could be, it doesn't necessarily have to be, but it could be what I can see here maybe. There's also a lot of sort of like Scorpio energy, even Aquarius, it could be a little bit straight to the point maybe, even a Capricorn coming out of that space. But here's a space of balance that came about here in your life. You did something or you stopped doing something, but there's balance that came about in your life. In layman's terms, you were basically fed up of not sort of having that beautiful balance within your life, where obviously with you, Libra, maybe you're able to help a lot of people and, to find the balance in their lives. But I feel for some of you, and all of you may not have sort of like openly just spoken about it, but there was some unfinished business here with you. There was some things that weren't fully resolved, and it had a draining sort of impact on your energy, on your confidence, on your life. There were things that needed to be dealt with here. It's sort of like the dark needed to be pulled out of the light, like when you open a space and you kind of get rid of the cobwebs and air it up. That was necessary over here. And I feel that for some of you, you took that step. You sorry, you took that step, sorry, towards finding that balance within yourself. And I feel it's almost, and for some of you, you maybe almost, it's like I sense you being inside of a shower. So maybe you're in the shower when you sort of decided upon this. But there was a space of like, up until this point and no further than this. What am I going to do? And when we normally do that, that is when we start to draw the solutions into our space of life. All right. When you communicate to life, I'm no longer going to do this. I'm not going to do this any longer. You're like Mariah Carey live in concert. I'm not going to do this. I obviously can't sing that high. But then, speaking with, I'm going off the point now, but speaking that high, when you take a singer like Mika, for example, Mika's more of a baritone, but it's able to hit those really high notes. So, your body can be trained to do amazing things. And I feel for you, Libra, you were ready for amazing things. All right, which explains why you. So there was first that balance that started to take place there in your life with the Chariot card, and I feel that the Chariot following the Death card, I feel that you took some conscious steps. You took some conscious steps to get the balance back inside of your life, because there was a bit of an imbalance there, and I feel that for many of you, you were too much in the emotional space. And this is how you got this for your overall energy there with the King of Swords. Or maybe, for some of you, you could have been so in your head that you refused to acknowledge the emotional space because it was not like a pleasant, space to go to. But then you decided to move out of there. And I feel that you moved out of there with light. So this wouldn't necessarily be, like, say, for example, it wouldn't be like you went to go pick a fight with someone, for example. This was more like, how do I balance my energy? And then when my energy is balanced, how do I move forward? So things began to change for you. And you may have still continued to be single, but because I don't see there in the recent past you being with somebody just yet. I feel that for many of you, there was first that space where you needed to get that balance right. You didn't want to bring your baggage into a connection with someone else. So it might be that you might have really liked to be with someone, or you could have been with someone, but there wasn't that sort of like 100% commitment, that you felt there were things that you still needed to take care of first, which I can see that you took care of there. So you started to move out of the dark and into the light. For many of you, you could have had a job improvement that happened over here, maybe just improved sort of relationship with your colleagues. Even if you just work online, maybe, for some reason I get a letter, like a snail mail, piece of paper inside, written on it, folded envelope. But I don't really get it being sort of like through the postage system. So it's not like it's a postage stamp. It's almost like it's getting delivered for some of you, like with a courier maybe. So maybe that resonates for you. If it doesn't, there's a message for you. I see somebody wearing possibly brown and like a dark bluish color, sort of US-ish, so it doesn't seem like it's South African. And then you started to step into your power. You basically started to have your priorities straight. I feel that for some of you, you were giving a lot, money, time, energy to a lot of people. And some people might have seen you almost like a savior or a saint, But it's almost like all of that which you gave to others, you weren't able to give it to yourself. And then I feel that you started to reach deeper into your truth, into your core of who you are. To really find that beautiful light within yourself and to activate all that beautiful potential that we are all born with. I like that very much. So in your current space, this is a space of what you're giving out being reflected back to you with the Queen of Cups over here. So you may have met someone, or for some of you, somebody might be watching you. Somebody might be watching you, but it's not a creepy watch. It's more of a sense of admiration. And also pay attention, again, I get this delivery person coming up, it doesn't necessarily just have to be this could even be like a package or something that's delivered. Somehow I feel life inside of it. So maybe plants or something like that, or a bag of blood. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I do. But it feels healthy. It feels clean. There's nothing weird here. It's nice. When I can't fully sort of like explain, pinpoint something like this, what I usually understand it to be, it's almost like it's a possibility. Like, so it's almost like a possibility, Libra, that is presented to you, but it's almost like in your energy, you almost like haven't fully accepted it yet, you know? So it's almost like, let's say you go to a new job and you meet all kinds of new people. You may click with them and everything might be nice, but you're not exactly fast friends right away and immediately and for the rest of your life. And so there's that sort of sense over here that nothing is basically set in stone. Okay? And that is usually a good thing when nothing in life is set in stone, because it means that you've got different options available. However, they are saying consider this connection. This is literally what they are saying. Consider this connection here with the High Priestess. And then you've got the Six of Wands over there that follows that. So, you know, if you are invited, if somebody says to you, hey, Libra, you know, should we maybe get together, you know, let's have a cup of coffee, like, you know, let's, I don't know, meet in the canteen, let's maybe just watch a television program together, do you want to go to the game with me, how about some candy floss, oh, you don't need candy floss, how about a fruit bowl, you know, that sort of thing, want to have a glass of milk. I feel that for some of you, it's almost like you've been so scarred by the past that you sort of like, you want to open yourself, but you also don't want to open yourself. You know, it's that type of vibe. But I do see your heart opening because there's that healing that took place there in the past. And it's almost like things in your life are beginning to look up. You could be having more money than you used to have before because your energy has changed. And when your energy changes, everything else changes in your life. All right? The energy coming towards you. So we first have the Two of Swords. So yeah, it's for some of you, you're making this connection. You might miss it at first, but then you start to, you know, obviously start to pick up on it. And, you know, as you do, some of you are like, well, I don't really know what to do. You know, it's like your connection is severed from that past connection, but there's obviously still the memory. And for some of you, you don't want to repeat the same sort of mistake again. But what I do feel for many of you is there is this, in actual fact, some of you, your healing might have been triggered by that actual energy that was sort of merging towards you already. And you sort of realize that you have to kind of like change your energy in order to meet that energy. So even though in physicality, you know, this might not have come to pass yet, or it's busy coming to pass, in energy, it's actually been going on for a while. Because remember that 99% of everything happens in energy first before it manifests in life, because we are energetic beings. You know, we are energetic beings. We are souls that have a body, that have, you know, a life experience, but most of what we have or happens in our energy. All right, so there is that little sense of confusion coming ahead. Do I do this? Don't I do this? But I feel you're stepping towards more. For some of you, this vibe is very new beginnings, maybe, possibly, perhaps, you know, hanging over there, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't work. It's almost like a little bit of a safety measurement for some of you as well. You know, it's like I can entertain the idea of being with someone, but I don't have to fully open myself to being with someone. So if it doesn't work out, that's fine. That's all right, you know. But I see you stepping away from there because, and this is what I love, you are seeing here in your current space, you are seeing your own value and your own worth. So whatever healing you did there in the past, or, you know, whatever it is that you did there in the past, cleaning house, moving jobs, whatever it was, you remember you started to step into your power, and when you do that, you light up differently. And because you light up differently, you send out a different energy vibration. And because you send out a different energy vibration, you attract different things to you. All right? And when we stand in our light and in our power and in our beingness as a human being, you actually sort of celebrate the core truth of who you are, because you being human is it's a manifestation of love. It's a when you think of source, you know, the creator, God, whatever name you use, just think of it like that for a moment, that this being has at some point had the desire to express beauty. And we as humans, planet Earth, all the stuff, the universe that we know, it's an expression of love. It's a manifestation of source. And if you think to yourself that if you, for example, get yourself a pet, like a dog, you want the dog to be happy, you know, and you will do what you need to do and spend money and time and whatever in order for the dog to be happy. But it's sort of up to the dog whether it's going to completely open its heart to you or not. And it's the same thing with us. There's a beautiful dream that the universe has for us, that source has for us, and it wants to support us fully. But it's all up to us to open our hearts. And when you open our heart, you sort of celebrate that beauty of who you are at your core. And I feel that what you did there in the past, that almost like a recalibration of things, you sort of like step into your light, into your truth, into your being. And that's really what being in your power is about. It's about understanding that you're so much more than just human and stepping into that. And as you started to step into that, that is how you sort of almost celebrate the truth of who you are, which is love. And when you do that, this is when you normally get to this high priestess space, because this is a space that lets you know there's so much more that's available, with that sort of curtain with like the pomegranate thingy there at the back. It lets you know that there's so much more that you can be. There's so much more possibility. And in many areas of your life, I see you going forward. You've got a crush on someone, someone's got a crush on you. Somebody's got a crush on somebody else. All right. But this is not like a high school type of crush. This is somebody with very good intentions. They want to grow with you. And it's almost like some of you all know who this person is, but you're turning like a little bit of a blind eye to it. But you have to make it, there's a point going forward where a decision has to be made. Because I feel that things are going, and it gets to a point where it's either like, listen, this train is leaving, are you on or not? And I feel you're actually going with a connection. And I see you finding your way there with someone else. You and somebody else building actually a beautiful space together. It's wonderful. And this could even be, for many of you, this could be that this actually starts off like maybe like a business contract or like a group sort of thing, colleagues working together. And there's a sense of almost like friendship that forms here, Libra, because I feel for many of you, now it could be the other person as well, but I feel for many of you that it's almost like you need a little bit of freedom for yourself, a little bit of time, a little bit of space for yourself, before fully just committing, because you've released all of those things there from the past. And it's not really a space of not trusting, it's more a space of just wanting to sort of be you for a while. And I feel that you're dealing with someone that actually gets that and supports that. And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Okay. So let's clarify this King of Swords, which is your overall energy. Let's see what we've got. Oh, look at this. So there's the Tower card over there. I'm just going to put these back again, but I wanted to show you there's the Tower card over there. Underneath where the Tower meets it, there's the King of Pentacles over there. There's the Page of Pentacles over there. So that is really, really good. There's a breakthrough here with finance, with money. So maybe for some of you, and I don't necessarily feel it's like money itself, but it's almost like maybe at work or what you're doing, there's a sense of almost like a promotion coming about. So maybe some of you felt that you're really slaving yourself away at work and it's not being acknowledged. I feel that acknowledgement coming through, because remember, again, you are shining up brightly and differently, which is beautiful. Okay. Now, let's look at this King of Swords, your overall energy. This is going to be a long reading. I get it already. So you got the Nine of Wands, you got the Page of Swords, and you got the Three of Swords. So it's safe for you to open your heart. It's safe for you to open your heart there to emotion. Some of you are still a little bit on the fence about that. And it's like you know this because your heart is healed. Okay? Your heart is healed. And it's safe for you to open your heart now, Libra. In actual fact, if you don't, you may feel almost like you're betraying yourself. Now, for some of you, and this is the part that's not nice, for some of you, and I get it quite strongly, this is a space where you actually have to let someone go. And that can be very hard sometimes. But what I normally recommend is that when you come from a point of love, and you ask the universe for support, and you've got the greatest good of all as your end goal in mind, then it doesn't really matter what you need to do in life. The universe can help you to find that beautiful solution, so ask for help, okay? All right, we're going to look at that death card, and for the death card we had the 6 of Wands and the 8 of Swords that was coming up. Remember, 6 is the number of love in tarot. It's a number of hope. It's a number of you turn it around, it becomes more. And also we have the 6 of Wands in your current space, but we were looking at your recent space there, the death card. So that release has brought you, you're basically being brought into a moment of good luck and good fortune at the moment. So love itself may not go 100% for you the way that you'd like it to go, but there could be many other things in your life that are looking up, which obviously lightens up your energy. And when it lightens up your energy, it changes your vibration. And when you change your vibration, then you're in that space where you can receive all of those things that you put into the vortex for creation, which puts you in a space of receiving. And then you get the beautiful things coming into your life, including love. So that's amazing. And it's that recent past there that set you up for that. So whatever healing you did there, some of you put your foot down, you stood up for yourself, you spoke up, you were like, you know what, even if this means that, I actually get like surrendering the piece. So whatever it might have meant, it actually had a wonderful effect for you because it put you on that winning path. And some of you there with the 8 of Swords, there was a space of like, well, I don't know, I'm just changing me. Well, you are part of everything and everything is part of you. So when you change me, you change everything. All right. Now we're going to draw one card for that. They say the card at the bottom of the deck. So let's see what it is. Oh my goodness. There for the 4 of Swords. So remember, 4 of Swords is about stepping into your energy. Look at what you got with that. Look at what you got with that. Isn't that amazing? You got the Lovers there. 6th energy again. You got yourself to a space where you accepted love for yourself. So some of you might have had a period where love wasn't going really well for you, or you didn't get any love at all. Your vibration was just not really on the flow there, you know, but it got on the flow. So some of you maybe needed to make really difficult decisions, really challenging decisions. I feel that for some of you, for your healing, you sort of spent money which you almost felt like, you know, you could be used in a different way better, but you understood that this was necessary for you. Very good though. It's really paying off. Now I want to draw a card for this High Priestess in your current space because it speaks of infinite potential. You've got the 7 of Pentacles there. So it's again with this growing sort of love, you know, things happening there in the foundation more. Maybe you needed to heal, but maybe they also needed to heal, you know. I want to see this double 6 of, I'm going to use a different deck. This double 6 of Wands that is coming out here. What is that about, please? This double 6 of Wands for Libra, for Twin Flame Love. You know what I like about you, Libra, and this is something that you almost instinctively get. Like you may not even have thought too much about this, maybe you have, but you sort of get that it's important for you to have your energy balance first before you're sort of moving to someone else. Because if yours isn't balanced, you're kind of going over there with the crap that you're trying to get away from, and you get that, and I love that. Okay, that's why I love Libra energy so much. You get those things. Page of Voices, Page of Swords in reverse. So there's a little bit of a lingering happening over here. You know, there's a little space over here of wanting to move on, knowing that it's time to move on, knowing that it's good to move on, but there's still that little bit of a voice in your ear. Okay, which I suppose is normal when we had some challenges before. But I always say to people, be very careful of your mind. When I say be careful of your mind, I mean, don't just blindly go and accept everything your mind tells you, because it will throw you all over the place. So for that 2 of Swords in the energy that's heading your way, you've got the 4 of Pentacles, you've got the Justice card, so you came into your own energy, and you've got the Empress. So this one is definitely taking the long winding road, because this is going forward and possibly want to be with someone, but there are some other things that still needs to be taken care of here. Okay, some things need to be taken care of, and you get that there might be some kids involved, but you know, maybe you still need to talk to them first, but there's some things that need to be taken care of. But what I like going forward is that you're moving from a space of saying, it's almost like logically reasoning yourself out of the connection, moving to a space of logically reasoning yourself into the connection. And it's a good connection to reason yourself into, because it brings balance. There with the Justice card and the three and the Empress, the three energy. And three is also that inner strength of yourself, you know, that like that mind, body, spirit type of vibe, that inner essence of who you are. There's something, you know, again, it's this is for the most part, I don't really get this as you know, meeting the person, knowing they're the one, you know, and like, I don't know, like, you know, holy matrimonial, like bum 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 bum, like it's not right away. There's a very natural, healthy growth about this connection. There's a sense of maturity about this. There's a space of, I feel you even moving forward saying, you know what, I still need a little bit of time. And it's wonderful because you're dealing with someone that gets that, and they're giving you that time. You know, they're not like, oh, well, but if it was me and you should know it was me, then you would go with me, because if you knew that I was right for you, why do I need to wait? I don't get that vibe. And if you may be dealing with someone like that, you kind of want to ask yourself if this is really the person that you want to be with. Please understand, I'm not trying to lead you there. Okay? All right, let's look at that Eight of Cups. Wow. So we've got the Ace of Cups, Divine Intervention, Heart Opening, the King of Wands, which is actually amazing, and the Page of Cups. So this is interesting, Libra, because what I'm picking up here, this is a space of, you know, you have your thing going on with this person, you're taking your time, and it's almost like one day just looking at someone and just going like, oh my goodness, I like you. You know, I also feel them reaching out to you more. Remember, this connection is created very strongly in energy. This is a very strong twin flame connection. So it's almost like you can feel this person, even if you don't physically see them yet, you can feel them. You can feel their essence being drawn to you. And it seems like they still had a little bit of time, but they also still needed to open their heart, but their heart is wide open. So, and this is the power of healing and working on healing within ourselves, because you know, it's almost like when that person saw you, it's like they saw light, and their heart just opened. Like, you know, they may not, this is a space where maybe somebody is not kind of like officially with you yet, but they're sort of committed to you. You know, their heart belongs to you. It's like, baby, my heart belongs to you, that sort of thing. And there's many obstacles in this connection, but there's a space you're actually drawing to each other, which I like, because there's a drawing of two energies, your energy and their energy, drawing them to each other. So it's not a one-sided connection, okay? It's almost like your healing has actually inspired them to do better. So you might be dealing with someone that says that to you, you know? Let's just look at the Six of Swords energy for you here. Energy heading your way. Two of Wands, Emperor and Temperance. There's considerations here. Do I commit to them? Do I commit to them here or do I commit to them there? That sort of thing. Some of you with this connection, you are actually, this is beautiful because this is a space where you will actually consider making that connection with someone. This is those talks of, do we move into my place together? Do you move into your place together? Or do we get a place together? You know, that sort of thing. Are we going to build something together? How are we going to do this? You know, I work night shift, you work day shift, that sort of thing. There's a sense of independence here, though. There's a beautiful sense of trust. There's a beautiful sense of you do your thing, I do my thing, but you're sort of doing it together. So maybe you're in different sort of professions or shifts or something like that. But there's a sense of making it work in a way that actually make other people go like, my goodness, how are you all making it work? You know, we want to know how you're making it work because it's beautiful and it's amazing. It's really incredible. Right, let's finish off for you with a card from the Keepers of the Light. Let's see what they have for you. And if that 2 cards. Okay, beautiful cards. If that resonates with you, Leo, I encourage you to place your hand on your heart, to take in a nice deep breath, and to claim that for yourself. Okay? If it resonates with you, I'd really appreciate you liking the video because it helps my channel to grow. And if you're not subscribed yet, I hope you would consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell so you know when your readings are coming out. So I've got 2 energies for you, beautiful energies. And this is what I also want to bring to you, both with the number 4. So you've got Gaia, 4 letters, and you've got hope, 4 letters, stability, okay? And look at that. There might have been a harder approach before to life, but now there's a more gentle approach, all right? Because when you come from love and you heal yourself, you don't have to remember, because sometimes when certain parts of us are not healed, we defend things that we're not even aware of defending. So there's no more of that, you know? So Gaia, Earth connection, be mindful of the planet, come back to Earth and stay grounded. Okay, so this is just reminding you that all those beautiful work and everything that you've done, don't drop the ball. You've done great, but sometimes we drop the ball. Stay in the space that you are because the space is working really well for you. And hope, love and acceptance. Love is yours. I mean, come on, it's right there. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth and choose loving thoughts. This is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. It's like that light energy that's shining out for you. And I hope it serves you in abundantly positive ways, my beautiful Libras. So that's what I've got for you. I hope that helps. See you next time. Namaste. Love and light.